CGTN's Robin Dwyer is outside Buckingham Palace. Just in the last 25 minutes, Robin, there's been an iconic moment there. The King and the Queen are now back at the palace.
That's right, Paul. Well, we've been here at Buckingham Palace all day, effectively, for what's been, for most people, something that they will never have seen in their lifetime. There's not been a coronation of a British monarch for 70 years, since Queen Elizabeth was crowned in 1953. And we were here at around 10:20 this morning when the King and Queen left Buckingham Palace in the Diamond Jubilee state coach to make their way to Westminster Abbey for the coronation. We were here at the moment when he was crowned. A shout went up of "God Save the King." We heard gun salutes and people in the crowd cheered. And then we saw him come back. We saw the King and Queen come back, this time in the golden state coach, and this time part of a much grander procession with 4,000 members of the military, marching bands, cheering crowds, and they made their way back into Buckingham Palace. And then a short time after that, the moment that many of the people who'd been waiting, some of them for days, on the streets leading up to Buckingham Palace, the Mall, the moment they were waiting for arrived, they were allowed into the area in front of Buckingham Palace. They all ran to the front to get as good a view as they can. And then they waited, looking up at that famous balcony at Buckingham Palace to see who would emerge upon it. And King Charles, his wife, Queen Camilla, they came out onto the balcony along with some other members of the royal family. There had been some speculation over whether Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, would be there. He wasn't, but the Prince of Wales, the Princess of Wales, their children and some of Camilla's grandchildren were all on the balcony. And they were then treated to what was a scaled-down fly past because of the weather. It's been a pretty rainy day here, so we did see some military aircraft, and that was all topped off with a display from the Red Arrows, which flew overhead to cheers from the crowd. And even though it has been a rainy day, it really doesn't seem to have dampened the spirits of most of those people who are here to watch what's been a really historic occasion.
Yeah, truly historic, just once in a lifetime, and the most amazing images. And it seemed to go completely according to plan, apart from the very British weather. A huge amount of planning and preparation must have gone into this logistical challenge.
Absolutely, and the Met Police, who are London's police force, said this was the most significant security operation that they had ever led. They brought in 11,000 extra officers, 29,000 in total to conduct this security operation. There were armed units, there were sniffer dogs, facial recognition software, and the police had also been given extra powers ahead of this event to try and fend off any potential anti-monarchy protests that took place. And in connection to that, we heard today from the police that 7 arrests had been made ahead of the coronation, 4 of them over potential suspicion of a criminal nuisance, 3 of them on suspicion of possessing articles which could cause criminal damage. They haven't confirmed who these people were, but the anti-monarchy group Republic say that their leader was one of those people arrested. They have been planning to do a demonstration against the monarchy because they would prefer an elected head of state. So there have been some arrests, but given that there have been tens of thousands of people who have crowded into central London to watch this spectacle, the overwhelming feeling here today is one of excitement and anticipation, and perhaps looking forward to the new era of King Charles III.
Robin Dwyer, live from Buckingham Palace in central London. Thank you very much.